Hello, this is BC Productions, and I'm here in the cold with Hunter Goddard, and he is going to be talking about his career in motorsports and what got him into it, and just all of the above. So, Hunter, what got you into this, wanting to do this kind of small CC motorsports?
So I was in school. I never really enjoyed like basketball, football, or any school sports. So I was trying to find something off the branch of that. I had a buddy in school that rode pit bikes. My dad always had me on four wheelers since I was like 3 or 4. He always put me on the back going mudding with him. So it kind of just like attached to me. It like became like a hobby, and yeah, it's just all came up from there. So I'd say probably what got me into it is definitely my dad and Eli Gross. They definitely got me into it because I started riding more with Eli on his pit bike, and then yeah, it just all came up from there.
Okay, so Hunter, what was the first thing? Like, how long have you been riding, and what was the first thing you rode?
Me and my dad. I was like 3 years old. We went to Kawasaki. We had a Kawasaki. I forget what size it was. It was a little mini quad. Started out on. After that, I just kind of explored. I got the 450, my Yamaha 450, about 3 years ago, and ever since then, I just started getting more into riding. Each year, I kept getting faster, and then once I got in touch with Eli Gross, we started riding pit bikes. So I've been on. My first thing was probably that Kawasaki, and then it went to the 450, and then 65, 85, 125, 250, and then 450. But sometimes we go back to the 110 days, mess around and all that. So it really just depends whatever's not broke.
So now that we've talked about what's leading up to where you're currently at, what is your next like goal or like where are you? Like how do you feel about where you're at right
There's definitely a lot of improvement that could be done in the past, and I mean in the next couple days of riding. I mean we've been having a lot of snow, so it's kind of avoiding me from getting faster. But hopefully this summer we're gonna get ready for outdoor. We're gonna go out there, do my best. Hopefully I have my bike before outdoor season. Right now it's indoor season, so I have a couple more weeks to prepare, get bikes ready for outdoor season, and then when outdoor season comes, we're just gonna try our best. And I've been thinking if I don't make it pro or don't make it to Loretta's or wherever I want to be, I'll go to like FMX, which is freestyle dirt bike. You just go up a big ramp and you do what you want to do. So we definitely have a lot of improvement to do though. So we're gonna hope this season's gonna be our season. We're gonna go out there, try our best, and just do what I love.
now? What about the near future?
The near future. In the next couple years, you can't go pro until you're 16. So I'm 14 right now. So in the next 2 years, I'm hoping I can get fast enough to make it to Loretta Lynn's, maybe 2027 Loretta Lynn's, maybe Minios. It all just depends on where I stand, where I stand. It just really just depends, really. I'm hoping if I don't get to Loretta's by next season or the season after that, um, we're just gonna ride. We're gonna ride until we die, I guess. Don't matter if we go pro, really. We're just gonna go out there and try our best.
So now that we've talked about that, what do you feel like about your current skill sets in this field, and what do you feel like it needs to be improved? Because I know you're a pretty good rider, but there's always things that need to improve. So what do you think?
So I'd say what I need to get better at starts because sometimes letting the clutch out is kind of scary, especially when you're up there with 49 people on a gate getting ready to race. But I'd say starts, get better practice on turns, berms, hitting all that. I definitely say ruts because I suck at going through ruts, dude. If I'm not on a quad, it's just yeah, it's a total mess. So I'd say for bikes, I'd probably definitely do ruts. Get better in corners, get better starts, get faster starts, get whole shots more because whole shots are definitely important in a race, but I'm kind of all I can do right now is thank God where I am. Um, because sometimes you just got to thank God where you are. Um, but yeah, I appreciate everybody that's helped me get here. I'd say I'm pretty glad of where I'm standing now. There's definitely a really big improvement that needs to be coming up in the next few seasons, but all we could do is wait it out and do our best out there. And I just thank God for everything.
So, what is your favorite condition to ride in, and what has been your most fun experience so far on if that's a quad or that's a dirt bike or moped or anything?
I'd definitely say the dry days are definitely where you get faster just because more traction, obviously. Um, I like to get out there if it like supposed to rain at let's say like 5. I try to get out there by 12 so I get some dry in there, don't get all muddy, and then usually I'll switch gear, throw my gear in the washer and all that, and ride in the rain. I'd definitely say probably not too muddy, but kind of like tacky dirt because when you slide in it, you just get the adrenaline rush, and you can't go wrong with adrenaline, man. Um, yeah, I'd say like kind of like rainy, low dry, just depends. Let me tell you, riding four wheelers right when it starts to rain and it like calms down and it's hitting your helmet, the adrenaline starts pumping. Especially when it's like supposed to downpour, you're trying to beat the downpour, so you try to get all your motos in. I definitely say that, but just I ride in anything. You put me on anything, I'll ride it. You can give me any condition, I'll ride in it. It all just depends, man.
Have you ever, other than these kinds of vehicles, like have you ever been off roading in like a side by side or a razor or something like
Yeah, we've been in Michigan, and we were hitting. I think it was sand dunes. We were down there hitting sand dunes on a side by side. It was a Polaris, and it was just fun doing that. We took jeeps off roading before and trucks, so it all just kind of you know just goes there. I mean, I like riding track more and definitely racing more than I would going off roading with any vehicle, but I'd definitely say the favorite things that I've rode would be either a side by side because that gets your adrenaline pumping. Hearing them things roar get you going. Quad and a dirt bike, obviously. So yeah.
that? Okay, so we all obviously know you're an experienced rider now, but with experience comes, experience and what you can do with that. Is there any tips or tricks or advice you want to give to people trying to get into the sport of moto or trying just to get better at riding?
Yeah, I definitely say you don't want to work out a lot. I mean, you don't want to like deadlift 600 pounds. You don't want to be super jacked because arm pump, that'll really affect your riding and how you race and all that. You don't want to be a really big fat kid either. I mean, you don't want to be super big on a dirt bike. It just won't. It's not going to work out for you. So I'd say being super fit, healthy. You don't want to eat junk food every day. You want to be super healthy for riding. If you're riding, racing or whatever. Another tip or advice, I'd say always wear gear. It don't matter if you're riding in your backyard, your front yard, a track, your buddy's track, anywhere you go on a dirt bike or four wheeler, anything you ride, you should always wear your helmet, your gear. As you can see, we have my chest protector down there, my boots. So actually, what they do with these boots is they build like it's super thick down here, so no branches can get in. There's padding on the sides of them. Um, if you get boots, I definitely consider getting booties, which are it's a funny word to say, but they're like small boots you put in your race boots. It supports your ankle a little bit more. So I definitely say that. The last advice I could give you guys is probably there's gonna be hate, there's gonna be downfalls, you're gonna break your bone, you're gonna crash, but all that only is gonna help you is if you take it the right way and just move on. There's gonna be a lot of hate. People's gonna hate on your bike, your gear. And yeah, dude, you just want to have a good mindset. You want to be mentally stable, obviously physically okay to go out there and do racing. But the last advice, like the very last advice, I'd say is get your bike technique up before you go looking for really nice gear, because just because you look good, you could be slow. like that's what I had to learn. I was super cocky when I first got out there. I had the best gear possible. I had Alpine Store Tech 9s, Tech 10s, Alpine Store Tech 10s. And yeah, so I just say get your talent up before you look good out there. Alright, so over here we got the main bike, not my race bike, it's actually my pit bike. So we jump fires with this sometimes, and we just do some dumb stuff on it that you can't do with a race bike, because it's not a race, it's not meant for racing, dude. So you got me a new exhaust on her, these plastic, we're gonna get new plastics for it. It's not really my pit bike, really, it's just kind of like something you can take parts off of, but you do the opposite, you put parts on it, so you're gonna see those in a lot of videos in the future. You're just gonna see me and the rest just rip this thing. We don't know what we're gonna do, so just let us know. We'll do anything, really. Over here we got the Polaris 110, Polaris Outlaw 110, EF1. So this thing is definitely something that's fun. I low-key prefer this over that just because this runs. That's always broken because I break it, but yeah, dude, this is a wheelie machine. That's what I call it. We like to wheelie it, so you're gonna see that a lot in the future. We should have a new axle coming for it, new chain, new everything, new tire, new exhaust. So yeah, dude. All I can say is stay tuned.